Hey everyone, how's it going today? Today we're going to be looking at a solo of mine over the tune Big Sciota. I figured we'd keep going with this tune since we've done some other videos with it. And before watching this video, if you haven't already, definitely check out the melody video of this tune. It's very important to know a melody of a tune before you try to solo over it, because your solo references the melody so much. And then I also have that arco bass line under the melody of this tune in one of the bass line videos. So check that out as well. A lot of Big Sciota. It's a great tune, and I've loved it for many years. So I decided to use it, you know. So today I have a solo of mine that I improvised originally and then went back and wrote down. And by all means, go ahead and try to learn this solo. But after having played through this and just talking about some problem spots, I want to dive more into how to conceptually create a solo over a tune. And kind of, you could do it on your own versus just learning mine, because I really want to teach you how to fish here. Not so much about giving you fish, but we can do both, right? So let me just play through this solo really quickly. And again, to refresh your memory, you need to go back to the Big Sciota melody video. By all means, go back there first and just remember what it sounds like the way I play it, and you can come back to this. So without further ado, here's my version of a solo over Big Sciota. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so as you can tell, really references the melody. It's not diverging that far. And there are some really cool, moves in here that may take some explaining. So maybe just break that down. I think the first one is probably in that second A part. This big move. That could be a little bit challenging. So pretty much what we're doing is D, E, G, the normal D, E, G, and then we're using that rectangle shape. If you forgot about that, you can go back to the Big Sciota melody video. Same rectangle shape, where it's the A on the D string, B on the D string, D on the G string. So that together. And there's the F sharp in there as well. So D, E, G, F sharp, G, A, B, D. And then at the very top, third finger on that G harmonic. And F sharp with the second finger, E with the fourth finger. So that's one tricky move. And then I'd say the other one is probably in the B part. That cadence, the ending of both first and second B parts, where you're kind of crossing the strings to get down to that low G. So starting on the open G, it's G, A, B, D, G, B, D, F sharp, G. Yeah, and that's something I improvised on the spot when I was playing this solo at first. So obviously very clearly referring to Big Sciota, the tune, but slightly different. So I think those are the two problem spots in this solo, and maybe I'll play it again at the very end. But sorry about this phone call. Man, the scammers always get you. That was definitely a scam call. Excuse me. Obviously getting those problem spots under your fingers, probably good before you try to play the entire tune. But I will play the entire tune one more time at the end, the entire solo that is. And you could slow it down and learn it that way, or you can check out the notation if you have access to it. So put that aside for a second. Let's just talk about the concept of soloing over a tune. It's pretty free as far as what you want to do. But I'd say get the melody into your fingers first if you haven't already, and then just make some slight variations. You can do that on the bass, or you can even try singing it. Like if I were to, let's say I wanted to create an entirely new version of this solo. What I might try is just some small variations to the melody that would, turn it into something a bit more spontaneous and creative. So, first phrase of the melody. Okay. What if instead of that I went... Same rhythm as the melody, a couple different notes though. All of a sudden it sounds like, your own creation. Could also go... Or... want to get kind of bluesy in there, But the options are really endless. And all of those examples still feel like Big Sciota. You're not diverging that far. And you can kind of apply that to any phrase of the melody and kind of create your own solo around it. So let me just try improvising a solo to kind of give you an idea. I guess you could also learn this too if you want. Here's another one. That one was maybe going a bit farther away, but by all means, you can go there, But I'd say start slow. Get that melody into your fingers, make some slight variations. You could even do it on the paper if you prefer, notation-wise. But that's the kind of way, to get an effective solo on a fiddle tune. Don't just start out of nothing. Start from the melody. So let me play this written solo one more time for those of you looking to learn it. And and then go forth and try to work on your own solo techniques. So here's the original solo again. Do it a little faster too. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. Thanks so much, everyone, and I'll see you next week. Have fun working on some solos of your own.